What's going on, everybody? Ian here for Cult of Mac. And if you've ever found yourself showing somebody photos on your phone, you've undoubtedly also found yourself micromanaging what they do or don't see, or whether they can delete or edit a photo on your camera roll. And if you're a parent of a young child, the likelihood that you've let your kid look at photos on your phone, whether they're things you've saved off the internet or pictures you've taken or whatever, the chances that you've been worried about them accidentally deleting something or editing something they're not supposed to are even higher. Now, there are a few ways in the system through guided access where you can kind of control what someone can or can't touch or do within the system, but it's not exactly foolproof. And that's where the app PeekAView comes in. Created by podcaster and developer Casey Liss, the app was inspired when he was letting his kids look at pictures on his iPhone, and he wanted a way to allow them to look at photos in a given album without being able to delete or modify those images, and without him having to constantly micromanage what they could or couldn't see. From there, PeekAView was born, and the app is truly ingenious. Now, before you get started, you do have to have some type of album in your Photos app, which could include your Recents album, which is literally everything on your device, but it could also be an album of select vacation photos, an album of maybe video clips that you've taken or saved from somewhere else, or even a shared album that you have with someone else. Now, once you have your album created, you can open it in PeekAView either by hitting the settings cog and then choosing the album, or by just long holding on the actual album title at the top of the main album page, and that will jump you into the album selector. Pick the album you just created or an album you already had existing in your library, and you're all set. Now you can hand your phone to a child, a coworker, a friend, a stranger on the train, whoever it is, and they can look at the images in that album without the ability to modify or delete anything. And even better, another feature of PeekAView that wasn't immediately clear to me is the way it interacts with the guided access feature in iOS. Now, for those who don't know, guided access is a way of locking down your phone so that only the app on screen can be used. You can also do things like lock out the volume button or the power button or rotation, but in this case, it's just a way to lock someone into the app that they're currently in. With PeekAView, when you enable guided access, the navigation bar at the top actually fully disappears, which locks the app into only viewing the images in the album that you've selected until guided access is disabled with either a passcode, Touch ID, or Face ID. Which is a super cool way to lock somebody in, like a child, into viewing only those photos that you've pre-selected or that album that you've pre-selected. But the app isn't just for parents. There's also a practical use when you're doing like freelance type contract work and you want to show a client images or screenshots or mock-ups or something that you've been working on without the concern of them swiping out to the full photo album of every image you have, or accidentally modifying, deleting, or even sharing a photo that maybe shouldn't be shared. Now, as the parent of a toddler, I hate the idea of pacifying with a screen, but I've also definitely found myself in the situation where we're looking at photos or videos or something just to distract her and pass some time while we're waiting in line or traveling or doing something like that, and PeekAView makes that whole thing even easier. Now I can pull up my emergency Disney characters folder, or I can pull up a family shared album, or even an album of videos that I've shot on my phone, and let her just run wild and look at whatever she wants and swipe through things and know that she's not going to accidentally delete something or edit something, and I'm not going to have to worry about what she's doing. So if this seems like something that could add some convenience to your life, it's definitely worth giving PeekAView a look. It's available for both iPhone and iPad, and it's free in the App Store. Now, it is worth noting that the free version does limit you to viewing 20 photos in the selected album, but for a $4.99 one-time in-app purchase, you can unlock unlimited photos as well as a couple custom app icons, which is a very small price to pay for your sanity as a parent or for a little bit of convenience as a freelancer or contractor. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. While you're down there, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads as we upload every week or so. I'm Ian for Cult of Mac. I'll catch you guys in the next one.